Itu soundproof kan?
Dia boleh faham.
Oh.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to our dear listeners and welcome to IUM FM, your campus radio. I'm DJ Ayu and today I am so thrilled to have you here with me as we step into a brand new year 2025. So happy new year to everyone who are listening to us right now. So bear in mind that this new year isn't just about resolutions or renewing your goals, but it's about revolutionizing the way we see ourselves and our potential. As we often say, new year, new me. So today we are dedicating this show to talk about personal growth. And in the house today, we have invited a very special guest with us to talk about a topic entitled Mastering Me, 101 Secrets to Personal Growth. So we have Mr. Zaidi bin Johari with us today. So hi, Assalamualaikum, Mr. Zaidi.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, how are you feeling right now?
Alhamdulillah, superb.
Alhamdulillah.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you very
so
much.
I heard that you came all the way here. You came here all the way from Kedah.
Yes, indeed.
So how
Guru
the
Kedah.
journey?
Well, the journey was good. And less traffic in the highway.
Alhamdulillah.
So, alhamdulillah, we managed to arrive earlier
Okay.
as well.
So before I think we can just go straight to the we
Sure.
can begin. But before that, I would like to ask you, would you please introduce yourself first briefly, and maybe your education background and some of your experience in current job.
Alright, okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa barik wa sallam ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad. First of all, thank you very much, Janice, for inviting me and giving me the opportunity to basically share something that would probably benefits everyone, inshallah, especially the students, based on my short experiences of 30 years of industry working experience. So Alhamdulillah, my name is Zaidi bin Johari, that's my full name, but I'm well known by a lot of people for the last 25 years by the name of Cikgu Zaidi. There's a long history about it, but I don't have much time actually to explain. It will take a longer time. So anyway, just call me Cikgu Zaidi, and a lot of people call me Cikgu Zaidi. And now even my clients now and my staff, my team all call me by the name of Cikgu Zaidi. All right. So I was born in Malacca, about 55 years ago. Right, and 55 years ago, and so that means I'm 55 years young. I call it young, it's not old. So anyway, I was raised in KL. All this while I was raised in KL and school in KL. My primary school was at the Sekolah Kebangsaan Padang Tembak 1, which is at the Jalan Semarak Geni, right? Jalan Semarak, this is nearby as well, not so far from Gombak. And then my secondary school was in High School Setapak. I was in High School Setapak from Form 1 to Form 3. And then after SRP, at the time you call it SRP, I got enroll in the Technical Institute ataupun Sekolah Teknik Ceras Kuala Lumpur until Form 5. After that, then I went to USA, University of Southwestern Louisiana, and I did my degree there. And then I came back, and then after a few years, and then I started working. And then after a few years, I went back to study, and then I went to UKM and study psychology because I am very fond of psychology. And indeed, and I will explain to you why. So that's after a few years of study. So and then, but alhamdulillah, inshallah, this year I will be continuing in my master in management, inshallah, which I had postponed 3 times already due for some reasons, some factors. So, and then inshallah this year, Allah bless me, inshallah, and ease me to continue that. All right. So that's about my education background. And in terms of my career, when I came back from US, I started as a support staff. I remember I used to be interviewed by a very huge bank in Malaysia, I don't want to mention the name because it's live, right? So I don't want to mention the name. And I remember the manager who interviewed me at the time said that they were looking for a clerical staff, a bank clerk, in other words, a clerical staff would be. And then my qualification was, according to her, was overqualified. And then you know what? I told that lady, I said, you should be taking me in. I said, you should be taking me in to work for you because I can give you more values because of that. And she was like shocked. And then end of the story, I was hired and I was a clerical bank.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of story over there, and then but it was not that long. And then I went into executive level. I went into a Japanese company, and then that was a lot of things that I learned from the Japanese company, because Japanese culture, work culture, and things like that are very, very interesting. So I used to climb up the buildings and look at the signboard, which was malfunctioning at the time. You see. And the height, and it's, if you have upper height, stage height, fear of height, and then you will not be able to do that. So I learned a lot from that position as well. And then I moved into management, and management, and even top management, the managerial level, and then the C level. C means the C suits.
Okay.
I used to remember. I remember I used to hold 5 positions at a time with one company and things like that. And then now I'm a consultant, consulting in the areas of general management and leadership. That's my forte, leadership and general management, and also now into entrepreneurship. All right. So this year I'm appointed as a chairman and non-executive director in the board of directors. It's one company in Klang Valley, but I don't want to mention that name, right? Anyway, that's about it, right?
Well, I think that's a lot of such wonderful experience of your working.
Oh, there's so many things. So many things. If I want to share, I think one whole day is not enough for us to be inside here, mashallah.
Okay.
Right.
So, based on your career paths and experiences that you have shared just now,
Okay.
maybe you can share with us what have you learned throughout the career journey, and which is important to you, so we as a student can also maybe practice and also learn from them.
Yeah, I would love to say this. Students out there, especially students, because I used to be a student, right? And now I'm going to school back, because learning never stop, and this life learning, so it never stop. You continue to learn until you die, So that's beautiful about learning. So anyway, for the students out there, I would love to share with you that there are 2 major things that I learned throughout my career, 30 over years of working experience in various industry. I was in the manufacturing company, I was in the banking, I was in the entrepreneurship, it's a marketing company, I was in the production company and things like that, and also in consultancy company, company. So I would say this, I learned 2 things that I would love students also to remember these 2. One is I learned about self-management, or I call it self-mastery, self-management. And the other one I learned about PD. PD is a personal development. I call it short as a PD. PD is personal development. And personal development are divided into 3 things. First is what we call it as the personal development in terms of discipline, and then in terms of resilience, and personal development in terms of there is an acronym of CLM.
Okay, what is that?
CLM is competency, learning, leadership, and also mindset. So I will explain later on, because inshallah I will explain afterwards. So these 2 things I learned a lot throughout my career. When I started as support staff, as a clerk in a bank clerk at the time, coming back from the US at the time. So the hardship we went through, the challenges, the challenges with the senior people in the bank, the system, the support system in the bank, and the structured system in the bank, is different. When you work in a company, it's a big company, huge company with the system already there in place, with a company which just developing. So I was in both category of organizations, and also I helped to start up companies for other people as well, things like that. So these 2 things I mentioned again, self-management is very, very important, and then the other one is personal development. And this is what I learned a lot for my 30 years of experience.
Okay, so that sounds very interesting, and I would love to hear it more about the self-management and also personal development. But I think it is the time for us to take a break first, and we will be back shortly with more stories and insights from Cikgu Zaidi right after this.
All right.
So stay tuned to IUM FM, your campus radio. Hey, craving something delicious, hot and spicy for lunch? Head over to Evoke Cafe and treat yourself to their mouth-watering nasi ayam penyet. Crispy fried chicken, tender and juicy, smashed to perfection, served with aromatic rice, spicy sambal and fresh veggies. It's a flavor explosion that will leave you coming back for more. Get it for RM6 per set at Evoke Cafe now. Evoke Cafe, good food, good vibes.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أنا حسين سامو. أنتم تستمعون الآن إلى IIUM FM, your campus radio.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you had a moment to recharge and refocus because it's time to dive into the next part of today's journey here on IUM FM, your campus radio. So, Cikgu Zaidi, just now we have talked about, you have mentioned about self-management, self-development. So maybe you
Personal
can elaborate more to us about these two terms and how important it is to us as students.
Yes, thank you very much, Anis. Yes, like I said, self-management, or we call it self-mastery or managing self. You can call it any of those terms. And it's very, very important to anyone, especially students, because the student's life somehow is different when you. But anyway, it's still applicable in your working life later on. So now, for the students right now who are listening to this, I would say that the self-management is very, very crucial. It's about managing self. This is, you see that you heard a lot of people say time management, managing time, managing conflicts, managing grievances, managing people and things like that. But I call it as managing self in time, managing self in people, managing self in the conflicts or grievances. Meaning to say that is how you manage yourself in response to other people, in response to the problems, in response to the situation, in response to the conflict, in response to the crisis that happened to you. That's very important. How do you manage yourself? How do you respond? How do you think? How do you react? How do you get information? How do you smile? How do you shake hands? How do you behave and things like that? That's very, very important. That's self-management, managing self. So that is very, very crucial thing for anyone. Students also, you go through a lot of situations when under stress management situation. Meaning that to say that you go through a lot of challenges with your assignments, with the people around, your friends, your colleagues, and also your professors and your lecturers and so forth. In fact, at the same time, you are having challenges with other people as well, your social network people and your family and things like that. So how do you manage yourself in terms of those people? In terms of those things, that's very important. That personal development is about you must have a plan. What do you want to master in? What do you want to be good at? So you have to have plan. I want to be good in communication and public speaking. So you go and learn about it. So I want to be good in English. So you have to do something about it. If you are not good in English, you go out and learn. So okay, you are not good in engaging with people, in convincing people, influencing people. So you have to learn about it. So that is what personal development. You go out and learn. You learn from other people, officially or in a classroom, whatever, or you go and learn from your friends, or you learn from your siblings, your brothers and sisters. You learn from your parents. You learn from your bosses and things like that. Even sometimes you learn from the people. I used to learn from a cleaner at the hospital. I used to work in a hospital environment. In the hospital, I learned something about it. I learned from an Indonesian cleaner about something about honey. So these are the things about honey, madu, right? So I learned from that Indonesian lady who was washing the toilet at the time. So this is what I call it, the learning life that you never need. So personal development is about, you must have a plan. What do you want to be good at? But before that, you must know your SWOT. People call it SWOTs, strength, W, weaknesses, opportunities, and threat. But I change it to C instead of T. C is challenges. So you must know your strength, you must know your weaknesses, you must know what are the opportunities out there around you with these people, with that people, right? And then you must know that there are challenges there. Don't call it threat, because threat is a negative connotation. That threat is already negative. It already conditioned you to be, no, it's negative. But if you say that challenges is that people, okay, that's challenge. So now let's do something about it. Let's do, what can I do, to face the challenges? That's important. So knowing your strength, you know where to use your strength. You know weaknesses, how to cover your weaknesses, all right? And then the opportunities, how do you want to grab the opportunities so that you can move up, you can become better person every single day. Or if not every single day, but every single month, or if not but every single year, you become a different person. All right, those two are actually that I was talking about.
Okay, so I think I have learned a lot from what you have shared with us just now regarding the self-management and how we can develop ourselves through learning from our environment. So maybe based on your experience, I am very interested to know what you did to recognize and unlock your self potential? I mean, maybe some students didn't really know how to unlock their potential or to know themselves more.
Okay, right. I call it muhasabah. This is quote and unquote muhasabah. We have that muhasabah. In fact, Allah asks us to do that also. Rasulullah, Nabi, all those asks us to do muhasabah. You need to go and find a time and and find a time, right, and look at yourself. What you have, what you don't have, what is you are good at, what you are not good at. See, this is the planning, the thinking that you need to do. I have a term called 30 CT. 30. CT is C as a C and T, right? T. So 30 CT is 30 minutes creative time, creative thinking.
CT,
all right, some people think 30 CT, 30 minutes creative thinking. One day, if you can do it every day, take 30 minutes, sit down, take a piece of paper. Don't just think that without any paper. Your notebook whatsoever, your laptop whatsoever, right? Your handphone will do also, no problem, because now it's very expanding, right? So anyway, you just take 30 minutes to go through what about yourself. You don't talk about the people. Talk about yourself. Okay, all right. Oh, okay, I don't have this. Okay, so what should I do? Then the action items will come. The action plan will come. Then you start taking the action to meet whatever you were thinking about that. So 30 minutes only I require. So that's what I did. So I know, okay, I am good at this. So I want to make it better now. So I went for a public speaking class. I was noted as the best presenter at the time. I was a junior, the most junior one, and then with all the seniors, I was because what? Because I took the time to go through about myself, to think and plan, and then I took the action to go to the class, public speaking class, right time. And then it was organized by this big giant company, and the lecturer was from Singapore, right? So anyway, that's what I would say, that we as a student should be doing that every single day.
So
30 minutes creative time. List down what are the things that you need to do, things like that. What are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, what are the opportunities out there, things like that. You need to do now. So that will help you a lot.
It should be continuous, right? It's not just one day, one time.
Yes, because I've been doing that also. There are times that I will sit down and I will look at it, and sometimes I have it in my handphone.
You're still doing it until 55
you
years
can
old?
see my table there. My table full of the notebooks, things like that. Now coming new year, the new notebooks. But I say they are still old books. I have a book called Opportunity Book. I have one book called Opportunity Book. I write down as an opportunity book. So I open up and say, okay, what are the opportunities coming up? So I look for opportunities. I think about opportunities so that I can see opportunities. If you don't think about it, you never thought about it, you never look at it, so how the opportunities will come to you? You never come across about it, right? So that's beauty about it.
Okay, so just as you mentioned just now, you have shared many things happen in your life and your current job throughout your working experience. So maybe you can share, are there any challenges that you have encountered in maintaining the progress to successfully achieve your goals and
mashallah, challenges. Allahumma salli ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala sayyidina Muhammad. Challenges are always there. Challenges from other people. Other people can be divided into challenges from even your own family, even your own companions, your wife, your husband. Challenges coming from your children, that would be challenges from your counterparts. I mean, your colleagues, office colleagues, your students. The same students. I was a student, so I used to face challenges. Challenges from other people. The community, the society, even the policy. Of the policy of the university, policy of the the organization, policy of the government, and things like that. So those challenges, don't mention it, it's always there. Right? That's why I refer back to self-management. Right? I refer back to self-management. How do you respond to those challenges? So then the type of challenges varies. It varies. The type of challenge varies. Some challenges are actually easy to tackle, manage, and some challenges are very hard. Then you need some extra things to do, things like that. So and then I would say that in terms of challenges. So how do I manage it? Is again self-management, and that you got to have a plan. You have a plan, you already have a plan. Whatever that comes to you, the challenges from other people, what kind of challenges, so you are focused on your plan. You're focused and you say, well, no, never mind, this is normal, this comes and then and then one more thing I believe that something that is very, very important and serious, I will share with you at the end of the day.
Okay.
At the end of the session, the last I will share you what is that, the key thing. So it's very, very important.
Okay. So that is such a good sharing from you, Cikgu Zaidi. And actually we have a lot more thing to talk about. About personal growth. But before we dive into the next session, let's take a moment to pause, breath and recharge.
Sure.
And I believe Cikgu Zaidi also want to drink some water, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
So let's take a break and be back after this only on IUM FM, your campus radio.
Yeah, right.
Hey, craving something delicious, hot and spicy for lunch? Head over to Evoke Cafe and treat yourself to their mouth-watering nasi ayam penyet. Crispy fried chicken, tender and juicy, smashed to perfection, served with aromatic rice, spicy sambal and fresh veggies. It's a flavor explosion that will leave you coming back for more. Get it for RM6 per set at Evoke Cafe now. Evoke Cafe, good food, good vibes.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma ahlilhu alayna bil yumni wal iman wassalamati wal islam. Rabbi wa rabbukallah. Ya Allah, tampakkanlah bulan itu kepada kami dengan membawa keberkatan dan keimanan, keselamatan dan Islam. Tuhanku dan Tuhanmu, wahai bulan sabit, adalah Allah.
Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. I am Sister Shamini. I'm a final year student and majoring in Halal Industry Management, and I am the guest for episode 10 of #DanDakwah. So don't forget to watch and listen to #DanDakwah every Wednesday 3 to 4 p.m. only at IIUM FM, your campus radio.
Semua kena Sebenarnya program ini kita harapkan kita dapat menjalankan aktiviti-aktiviti untuk kita sharing. Sharing is caring. Keruntuhan umat manusia, umat Islam hari ini dah sampai maksimum. Kita hilang yang pertama sekali hati, akal yang sedar dengan fitrah. Bila kita hilang tadi tu, sebenarnya kita telah hilang Allah daripada hidup.
Hashtag Dan Dakwah every Wednesday 6 to 7 p.m. Stay tuned with us. I'm DJ Atika and I'm DJ Ati at IIUM.FM, your campus radio.
Hey, welcome back with me again, DJ Ayu on IUM FM, your campus radio. So, just now we have talked about the importance of self-management and also Cikgu Zaidi's experience in unlocking his self-potential. And now we are already in the last segment of today's session.
Yeah.
So, we will directly to the next question, Cikgu Zaidi. So, I see that you met, I see that we as a person, as individuals, we made efforts to understand people's personality in day-to-day interactions.
Yep.
So maybe you could tell us why it is that important in our social daily life. This interaction is actually important to our social life.
Sure. I would say that something like this. In psychology, human beings are called as a social animal. In other words, you say that we interact with each other. We don't live alone. We have people around us. Even we have makhluk, makhluk Allah. Even animals are also makhluk Allah. Then we even communicate. We talk to animals. And in fact, I used to remember that how one doctor by the name of this doctor used to tell me that even he asks us to talk to plants, trees, plants, whichever that have lives, So that is how we communicate. Meaning, in other words, that we human beings, we talk, we communicate, we interact with people around us. We don't stay alone, and even worse comes to worse, if you are in a cave, there's no other thing, no other people, no other creatures there, but you still have two things. First is the malaikat, all right, which you can actually communicate with malaikat. You know that malaikat exists. That's our belief. And then you have Allah. You know Allah always there and always know you from in out. So you can communicate to Allah. You can communicate to malaikat also. Malaikat is around, right? And for a certain extent, that people also they communicate to Rasulullah. No, they just send something to Rasulullah. Ya Rasulullah, Ya Rasulullah, doa for Rasulullah and things like that. Rasulullah, please doa for me and things like that. So communicate, right? That's one. People around, and you have to interact and communicate. In other words, because of that, you need to prepare yourself with the information, with the knowledge about those people around you. You want to talk to your mom, you should know your mom's personality, style, belief, preferences. You want to talk to your children, you should know each one from number one, number two, number three, number four, and five. You must know they have unique character, personality. Maybe some collective personality, they share the same kind of personality, but not everyone, even twins pun, right? Twins also, they have different splits and sometimes personality. They have a different personality. So you must know each of them personality, what they prefer, how do they behave in certain situations. How do they behave? This first son behave differently. The third daughter differently. Because these two, number two. So these are the things I was just an example that we need to understand the people's personality. You have a boss when you are a professor, you're as a student. You know your friend is the same course, right? You know that personality macam mana, see how that person react kalau ada situation, a stressful situation, macam mana react. So that's personality dia. Ada yang introvert, ada yang extrovert, ada yang like to voice out and say it out, ada yang just keep quiet and keep inside and things like that. So they are doing that, some of them are, maybe your professor and lecturers, you must know their way of doing things, the way of giving tasks, way of their lecturing and things like that. That's very critical in day-to-day interaction and communication, and when you go through the process of life until that. That's my point. So it's learn about the personality. There are a lot of personality tests outside there, and I managed to learn something extra. I learned psychology. Yes, there are a lot many tests. The Myers-Briggs test, the ISC, and so forth. I can mention. You can Google and you can get a lot, and you can do a lot. And there's something that I learned also is revolusi tenaga aura. I learned about the aura, the energy therapy, and things like that. So the ancient Malay they used to call Tajum Mulo at the certain the Chinese ancient Chinese also Oriental personality test also. They have that personality description also about air, tanah, angin, and so on, things like that. So I learned that also. So I would be able, okay, this one number 5, the root cause number is number 5 based on the. So I know this one is a bit principle centered and things like that. Oh, this one very hot tempered, and things like that. So then how you respond to that? Self management again. You know your son is like this and this. Okay, now you know your brother is like this. You know your friends in the school, your course, your classmate, ataupun your dorm, your hostel, or your professor like that. So how do you respond to that? That's very important for you to get information, data about that particular person. If you want to go to the interview one day after your study, you will go for an internship or you will go for interview, get a new real job, right? You must know. You must remember. You must take the effort to learn about your company first, that company. Learn about who is going to interview you. You may not get the information, access to the information, but from the moment you see that person, the way they ask question, you will be able to know. I know this kind of person. He's a visual person. They like the words he use is I see. Okay, but this one you always look down. I think this is a kinesthetic person because it's the feelings, it's the gun. Whenever they ask question, they look down and things like that. So you must you must take the effort to learn about that. Then you interview. Then when you go out in a working environment one day as a student. You go out and in the working environment you have your colleagues, office colleagues, you have your boss, immediate superior you have the big boss, things like that. You have clients. These are so much important in our daily life. Right.
So it's not only important to learn about their personalities, but also how we respond to them, how we engage with them.
You got the data, you got the information about that person, but then how you respond, how you manage yourself in terms of that person. Right.
So that's very interesting when you mentioned tenaga aura, energy therapy and so on. So maybe talking about the interactions with people, do you think that having a strong support system can also contribute to better self-growth?
Oh, yes, exactly. Support system is needed. If we talk about the small in the family, right? In the family circle, right? We need support system, very, very highly need support system in the family to support each other. Even from the parents to the children to the parents, and to between siblings. And then we go out in the society, your community and your taman, and your kampung, and then in your organization. Now in university UIA, so you need a very strong support system. Imagine UIA IIUM doesn't have any support system. It's just like you are free to do anything. Okay, if you have challenges, you are on your own. Okay, don't come to us. We don't give you any support. Hello, please. We are not here to help you. Anyway, we don't want to waste our time for you. If they don't have that support system, the students will probably lost.
Yes.
They do not know what to do. They don't know who to refer. They don't know what is the guidance that they require. Where can they get that guidance and so forth. Alright, so when you go out even further, even up to society, the organization and the government also, they must give a support system. Right now we see the government must give support system to the netizen and things like that. Alright, okay.
So before we end, maybe Cikgu Zaidi can leave us with some advice, something that we may need to hold and practice for us as students.
Yes, all right. Thank you very much. I would say this. I said earlier that there are so many challenges that I face over the 30 years of experience, right, in various industry, various level of position, and now as a consultant on my own company and things like that. Now it's a chairman and board directors of companies, things like that. And then I see. This is something that I learned very much. When you chase out there, you chase things out there. You chase for the career. You chase for the money. You chase for the world. In other words, you tend to forget something else, which is very, very important, which is eternal, which is the Akhirat. So I came back. In other words, I meet myself on a stage. I do that 30 minutes, 3:30 CT, and I said, wait a minute. I got to do something about it because I tend to lose a lot of things, to miss a lot of things. So I went back to the Creator. It's very important. Students, whenever you are in whatever situation, go back to the Creator. Go back to Allah. Go back to the Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Salawat, qasidah, whatsoever. And then don't forget about your zikr and things like that. So go back to your Creator. Go back to what Allah has asked you to do.
Yeah.
Inshallah, things will be smooth and will be peaceful for you.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
So I think that is the end of our today's session. There's actually a lot of brand new insights and also powerful tips to be practiced that we got from Cikgu Zaidi today. So as we wrap up, let's carry today's knowledge with us and remember that every day is an opportunity to grow, to dream and to become the best version of ourselves. So I would like to thank our honorable guest, Cikgu Zaidi. Thank you very much for spending your time and also for your beautiful sharings just now.
Yeah.
And it is such a great opportunity to hear a lot from you today. So and maybe inshallah in the future we can work again with you. We can come here again, inshallah. Inshallah. Okay. So and also thank you for our listeners who have been staying with us from the beginning until the end of this session. Until next time, this is DJ Ayu signing off with love and positivity. Stay safe, stay inspired, and here's to a year full of possibilities. Take care and stay tuned to IUM FM, your campus radio.